Ready for this or that? Let's do it.
All right, it's gonna be super fast. You just gotta give us your first response and just hit it. Okay.
All right.
So the first one, this or that, Pfizer or Moderna?
Oh, both. I can't cheat.
Let's get one. It's this
I
or
can't
that.
cheat.
The projects don't stop there because in season 2, I know we go a bit deeper into the characters' lives. Has there been a moment where you can relate to your character?
I gotta be careful with how I answer this one because, obviously Kyle is a pretty controversial, flawed character. He's a flawed guy.
So excited for you to be here, and we know 2020 has been a rough year, and 2021 is also pretty rough too. But we want to congratulate you on all your success thus far. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. The girl is working hard out here.
Yes, we love to see it.
Many are holding their breath, waiting to see what the Taliban will do, like Adia Shadab, who spoke on BBC about life as an influencer in Afghanistan.
There's a lot of risk. We are risking our life, actually.
During this entire time, many have called out Stefani to stop using other cultures for her music, while some believe she's just being an artist and should be allowed to be creative. Do you think Johansson should be compensated for the loss in the box office profits? Let us know in the comments below. New stats show alcohol consumption rose considerably during the pandemic. According to Nielsen report, alcohol sales rose 54% over the past year.
Here's an interesting incentive, a joint for a jab. You get the COVID-19 vaccine and Washington State gives you free marijuana in return.
As more young people kiss the COVID pandemic goodbye, they're now ready to kiss hello to the new dating scene. But will it ever be the same again? Let me explain. Jamie Bronstein, a relationship expert and host of the radio show Love Talk Live. She says this is a new age of dating that means less serial dating. Singles are going on more dates with their current love interest before racing to someone new.
People aren't as willing to just let a relationship go. They're willing to give it more of a chance now.
They're also looking for love online. Dating apps were the safest way to scout out singles during COVID, but now some people are sharing their vaccination status on their dating profiles to find a match faster.
I don't know if you've heard this, but there's like a hashtag going around and it's waxed and vaxxed.
Oh no.
So people are doing that also, where they're letting people know, like, I'm ready to start dating again. Open for business.
COVID also meant less one-night stands. Our love expert doesn't expect that to change even post-pandemic. Singles prefer to stick to a consistent partner.
It's just about being safe. It was about being safe, but now it's about being extra safe.
Having one partner is anything but boring. According to Kinsey Institute, a research center of Indiana University, 46% of people surveyed say they're engaging in more sexual experimentation. Since young people are the last to be vaccinated, dating safety still reigns supreme. Discuss boundaries, do virtual dates, use sanitizer, or choose an outside venue. You never want to feel uncomfortable, so ask these questions before you meet in person. Will life after lockdown mean love after lockdown? Our expert says go for it.
Don't let your fear take over. Don't let your fear stop you from living your life, whether it's this or anything. So just be safe, get out there. Now it's warm everywhere around the country. Do outside dates at least for the first few, maybe, until you can trust this person.
As long as you feel safe and take the right precautions, go right ahead and find the rose to your Jack. Let us know in the comments below how COVID has changed your love life. Summer is about fun in the sun, traveling, and most importantly, concerts. Indoor, outdoor, you name it, it's a mask off kind of season. But before you go buy your weekend festival passes, here's what you need to know. The worst part of the pandemic was no live music. Even the versus battles couldn't make up for the loss. Concerts around the world were postponed or canceled for over a year. A bummer for fans, but even more of a bummer for artists like Jeff Pelson. He's the bass player for Foreigner, the iconic rock band with hits like Jukebox Hero and Cold as Ice.
You're as cold as ice. You're willing to say
The band was on tour in Minnesota when the governor pulled the plug on live events.
So we went home the next day, didn't have a clue it'd be over a year before we played again.
He zoomed me from his home studio where he spent all of COVID wondering when would he ever be able to play in front of a live audience again. Foreigner is one of the hundreds of bands back on tour, but how safe are the shows? Knowing less than half the country has been fully vaccinated, I asked Dr. Payal Kali. Let's play out a few scenarios on how a concert experience could go. Scenario number 1, no mask or vaccines.
people are singing and the crowd is cheering. So that generates a lot more droplets. People are clustered in close proximity because of the music and the sound system and such. Most people are kind of cramped in together, which can certainly increase the risk of transmission.
Scenario number 2, mosh pit.
And then how about the mosh pits? Do you think people should stay away from the mosh pits?
I think it's a good idea to avoid it right now because it's a dependent position. You're down lower. The likelihood of droplets coming down upon you is higher.
Scenario number 3, mask required.
You should probably wear a mask because that will reduce your risk. I mean, you can wave to them from across the thing, or you guys can dance together or whatever, but you don't want to go and get up close to them.
Scenario number 4, vaccination card required.
When people are vaccinated, you can go hug them, you can mix with them, you can get into the mosh pits, you can do whatever you want if there's 100% rate of vaccinations.
We can see there is a way to have best of both worlds, staying safe and enjoying your favorite music bands live. What summer concerts do you expect to hit this summer?
When you wish upon a star.
For many of us, Disney holds a special place in our heart. The old school Mickey and Minnie, the ears every kid must have, the joy of hitting the theme parks over and over again.
Mommy, we're going to Disneyland!
And the movies that make us wish our life was a fairy tale. But the magic doesn't hold true for everyone.
And don't underestimate the importance of body language.
Fortune cookie always wrong. That's a hard one.
With 100 years of entertainment, the house the mouse built has seen its fair share of controversy. In part for creating rides and movies based on the American experience, even the ugly parts of it. Let's start with Splash Mountain. It's based on the Disney movie Song of the South. The film portrays African American slaves living happily on a plantation.
My oh my, what a...
Now there are plans to renovate the ride. It will be changed to scenes from Princess and the Frog.
Just because I love that movie, as a Black woman, when you see Princess and the Frog come out and you see Tiana, it's such a beautiful thing.
Other Disney fans say don't mess with proven success. Aaron questions why is Disney trying to please a small crowd? And Kristen is upset he can't experience his favorite ride anymore. Let's talk about Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yo-ho, a pirate's life for me.
Do you remember the bridal auction that rubbed many people the wrong way for the obvious reason? Disney removed the scene in 2017 and replaced it with a chicken sale instead. The Haunted Mansion left some people scared with the depiction of death. As you enter the ride, a picture reveals a man with a noose around his neck. Many riders found this insensitive to suicide. Disney did not change the ride, but they now give riders the option to skip the beginning, which brings us to today.
Know this about the jungle. Everything that you see wants to kill you, and can.
Disney renovated the Jungle Cruise ride. It was originally based on the movie The African Queen from 1951. It was criticized for its negative depiction of indigenous people. The changes will more closely resemble the new movie Jungle Cruise.
Oh my gosh.
Brings a submarine to the Amazon.
When Disney Plus launched in 2019, they opened its movie vault and released most of their classic films. Films like Dumbo, Peter Pan, Aristocats, Fantasia, Jungle Book, and Lady and the Tramp have a warning play at the beginning of each film. The warning covers the negative depiction of people and cultures and acknowledges its harmful impact. Disney lover Jacqueline praises Disney's newfound sensitivity.
Especially as we're moving into a climate where people are realizing like the norms of back then aren't the norms of today, and that is okay.
Which Disney rides or movies do you feel like are behind times? Or should we just leave them alone? Let us know in the comments below.